Hello, again, my name is Jessica and welcome back to, this is going to be video 2 of Apex tutorials. Today in this video, our goal is to submit a written assignment. And if you don't know what that means, that's totally okay, and hopefully by the end of the video you do. Again, this is the dashboard. If you're not familiar with this, you might want to go back and watch the first video. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So you can see now I've made a ton of progress in my writing class. I am 50% of the way done with that class, and I am ahead or on schedule. So that's why it's a green bar. I really did that so you guys can see. This has like this tiniest bit of red. That's a little harder to just manipulate on my own. But what we're going to do is we're going to submit a written assignment. So I am going to go into my class. There's also a, how do I get into my class? So you click on the class that you want to work on. You can only work on one at a time. If you try to work on two at a time, Apex is going to say no, and it'll close one. So this is kind of the starting point. So I've already done the first 2 units. The 46 refers to how many actual different activities there are. I like to use this little sidebar to see. So in Unit 3, the first section, it's counting each one of these as like 46 activities. So not everything is graded. Again, you have to go back to the home page to look and see what's graded, which I can do right now. So on my home page, you click your grade. This has the list of all the graded assignments. Okay. So everything's graded in here, every single one of these. And look, I have 100%. Yay. But anyway, so I'm going to go back to my class. This is just an overview. So every unit starts off with a little overview of what's coming up, what you're going to learn. And so I'm going to start off by looking at this journal. So there are a couple different written assignments. There are journals, there are practices, there are other ones as well that I can't think of right now, but there's like practices, projects, journals are kind of the main 3. So we're going to start this. Anytime you see something orange in Apex, that means it's a clickable, so it's nice to click on it, and that will be my next video, is all the little ins and outs of Apex. It sometimes takes a little bit to load, which is fine. Here we go. All right, so here is my little journal question. With each written assignment, you need this top part because it lets the grader know what class you're in, what assignment it is, your name, things like that. There's different prompts for the activity depending on the class, but every assignment always comes with a rubric as well. So it's really important before you turn it in that you read through the rubric, because that's how the grader is going to grade this. They're going to go through. Did you demonstrate a basic understanding of the assignment? Things like that. So you can either print this or you can copy and paste it into a Google Doc. Okay, so we're going to quickly do that. I'm going to copy and paste into a Google Doc. Google Docs. And so in order to use Google Docs, you need a Gmail account. So those are free to create. So make sure you email your educational coordinator so that they have your email, which is a very nice thing to do. I'm just going to quickly create this. You should really organize your classes though by folders is a great strategy. Okay. I used Control V to paste and Control C to copy it. It's loading in some of the images, which is fine. A lot of students don't like that it has all this extra space. So I hit Control A to click on everything. Over here, line spacing, you're going to say single. And then it's kind of weird, but you're going to add space before the paragraph and it actually removes it all. So that kind of makes it a little bit nicer. And what I like to do, and what I encourage you all to do, is to name it 3.1.1 journal. All right, so I just named it what the actual assignment name is, and that way you can always easily find it, okay? So what I would do is make sure that I answer all the prompts, right? I would write a couple sentences, do everything it asked, right? So let's pretend now that this is a finished assignment. I'm ready to turn it in. You're gonna go to File, Download, and you can download it either as a Word or as a PDF. I'm gonna go ahead and do a PDF. And now it appeared down here. So now it's saved on my computer. Okay, it's saved on my computer. That's important. I'm going to go back to Apex. Okay, I need to remember the assignment. You actually need to go all the way back to the home screen. Okay, again, for the class, you need to hover over and it will tell you the teacher. So the teacher for this class is L. Vining. That's Lindsay Vining. So now I need to go to my message center. I'm going to add a new message. There is a ton of teachers that grade. You just have to find them. Generally, the one you want are kind of at the bottom, I've noticed. They're not in any particular order, unfortunately, but you'll get used to where they are. So I'm going to send it to Lindsay. I am going to title it the assignment 3.1.1. You can type a message if you would like. It's not super critical, but you have to click submit homework. So submit homework. I am doing it for my writing class. Again, this is the list of assignments you can submit this for. So if you did something and you can't find it, that means it doesn't get turned in. So you got to make sure you click the right one. And the biggest thing, you have to attach the actual file, which mine happens to be in my downloads. So it's probably in your downloads folder. But again, it should see how everything matches. It's going to be really easy to find it in case I made a mistake. So you're going to go ahead and hit send. And we're done. You can go to sent to make sure, see it's sent today at 2 o'clock. The person you send it to varies based off the class. So again, you hover over to see your teacher or your grader. And then the way to check, you can click in here. All right, this is what your educational coordinator is going to do. This is the assignment. I don't have a grade for it because someone has to read it, but it says submitted. Okay, so what's really important is we're going to look as an educational coordinator, or your parents are going to look. It says this is the date it was submitted. If you accidentally put it to the wrong teacher, it will not say submitted. It will say in progress. This date will still be there, but that means you should go back and double check who the grader is. Okay. The other thing to note too is if you turned that in, let me go back to this. I didn't put oh yeah, there's a due date. So if you happen to turn it in, they are going to try to grade it within a week. But say it goes past the due date, before it gets graded, Apex will count it as a 0, so that might affect your grades. But know that you did turn it in and you're just waiting on a grade, okay? When they grade it, you will get a message, so you have to go to view message, and you'll have something in your inbox from them, and they generally tell you, like, great job, or make sure you do this part. So yeah, that is a lot of information. This video went a lot longer, and I apologize for that. But that was a how to submit written assignments. So tune in to the next video to learn some of the in and outs of Apex itself in the classes. Thank you so much.